Dear friends, have we ever stopped to wonder why the more we sleep, the more tired we feel? Sometimes even more sluggish than before we went to bed? That heavy feeling when you wake up, your body is weighed down. Your mind is hazy, you have no appetite, and your steps are slow. It truly feels like an old house that hasn't been cleaned in ages. On the outside, it looks fine, but inside, thick dust and garbage have accumulated, blocking the light and making the air constantly damp and dark. Our bodies are exactly the same. After years of eating, worrying, taking medications, exposure to smoke and dust, plus the extra anxiety over our children and grandchildren, all these factors build up, turning into junk, stuck in our bodies, plumbing. And when those pipes get clogged, no matter how much you sleep, your body simply cannot recover. Instead of spending fortunes on expensive supplements or searching for far-fetched methods, why don't we try a simpler approach? Cleaning out the body's house from the inside? Just like our ancestors, simple, natural, and gentle ways can still make the body bright again. The 21-day plumbing cleanse journey we're sharing today is the key to helping you restore your inherent vitality, clarity, and wellness. It's time to take action for yourself. Why does the body's house get filled with junk? To understand why our bodies are increasingly exhausted, let's picture that house after years of living in it. If you bring in new items every day but never get rid of the old, it quickly becomes chock full, messy, and suffocating. The human body is similar. Junk accumulates daily from various sources, overwhelming the internal housekeepers, the liver, kidneys, and intestines, forcing them to work overtime. First, the junk from food and drink. Those sweets, sodas, fried foods, instant noodles, and canned goods might seem convenient at first glance, but once inside the body, they act like plastic bags and tin cans piled up in the kitchen. Difficult to break down and hard to remove. Our liver and intestines struggle to process them, but the sheer volume of junk forces them to give up, leaving residues inside us. Second, the junk from medication. Have you noticed that the older we get, the more different types of medicine we take? Painkillers, antibiotics, sleeping pills? Using them correctly is beneficial, but using too much or for too long is like dumping extra bricks and stones into an already cramped house. These pills contain chemical components that, when accumulated over time, become a heavy burden on the liver and kidneys. Third, the junk from the environment. We breathe in car fumes on the street, chemical smells from nasal sprays, dish soap, and cleaning agents. All these stealthily creep into our lungs and blood, quietly coating the walls of the body's house with grime. And equally important is the junk from our inner selves. Prolonged worry, sadness, and stress are like a dark cloud enveloping the house. When the mind is heavy, the body also releases harmful toxins that make us even more tired. Sleepless nights, tossing and turning, are like exhausting the housekeepers inside, leaving them no energy to clean. When all this junk coexists, the body's house gradually becomes dark, cramped, and lifeless. That's precisely why many of you feel chronic fatigue, despite sleeping a lot and taking supplements, living as if in a dusty house that's never been swept. The root cause isn't a lack of supplements, it's an overload of toxins. The 21-day house cleaning journey. Our ancestors didn't have expensive supplements, luxurious gyms, or fancy functional foods, yet many elders lived long, healthy lives, walking, working, and laughing joyfully until they were 80 or 90. Their secret lay in simplicity, reducing the harmful, keeping the pure, and nurturing the body with a natural lifestyle. This simple philosophy is the spirit of the 21-day cleaning method we'll practice together. Picture it as 3 weeks of spring cleaning before the holidays. The first week is sweeping, the second is scrubbing, and the last is reorganizing to welcome the light. Week 1. the sweeping phase, cutting the load. In the first week, the sweeping phase, the most important thing is not to add anything new, but to bravely eliminate the harmful things that have long been stored in the body. When you cut back on sweets, sugary foods, sodas, alcohol, tobacco, or fatty red meat, you are removing the thick layer of grime clinging to your liver, intestines, and blood vessels. If you don't clear this trash first, every subsequent step will be like mopping a floor without sweeping, only making it dirtier. Diet. Eat lightly. A thin porridge or vegetable soup in the morning. An early and simple dinner with less rice, more vegetables, and steamed fish will give your stomach a rest and reduce the burden on your liver and intestines. Movement. A slow, leisurely walk and a few minutes of deep breathing daily are like opening a window to let fresh air pour in, restoring the flow of oxygen and energy. In the initial days, your body might feel heavy and a bit sluggish, but don't worry, that's not sickness, it's a good sign. The internal system is beginning to stir. Old junk is being dislodged, preparing to be swept away to make room for lightness and clarity. Stick with it, the discomfort is temporary, but the relief is real. Week 2. The scrubbing phase, nourishing the filters. By week 2, the scrubbing phase, your body is relieved of the major trash bags. Now is the time to care for every nook and cranny so the internal flow is smoother and cleaner. This is when you nourish the housekeepers, the liver, kidneys, and intestines, so they work smoothly instead of sluggishly as before. Healing foods. Eating more steamed vegetables, fresh fruits, or a bowl of cooling mung bean porridge is like taking a clean, damp cloth to wipe the dust off the intestinal walls, gently supplementing the liver. Hydration. A glass of warm water in the morning or diluted lemon water during the day is like flushing a stream of fresh water down the drain, washing away the sediment waiting to be expelled. Sleep is key. Sleep during this week acts as a break after the house has just been wiped clean. If you sleep early and get 7 to 8 hours, the body will seize the chance to recover, sweeping up any remaining dirty film. By the end of the week, you'll notice brighter skin, lighter digestion, and a calmer spirit. That's when the body's house begins to emit a pleasant scent. The floors are sparkling, and every little corner has become crystal clear. Give your body the rest it needs to complete its self-repair. Week 3. Reorganizing and welcoming the light, total regeneration. Entering week 3, the organizing and light welcoming phase. Your body has changed dramatically, the big dirt has been swept, the corners scrubbed, and now it's just about restoring order and throwing open the windows to let the sunshine stream in. This is when we truly feel the change, no longer the heaviness and fatigue, but lightness and clarity in every breath. Diet. The diet now doesn't need to be complex, just maintain simplicity and clean eating, green vegetables, steamed fish, and some whole grains. This is like reorganizing the furniture in the house, keeping only the essentials and letting go of everything superfluous. Mindfulness. Adding a few minutes of still sitting, deep breathing, or a short meditation is like placing a vase of flowers on the porch or hanging new curtains by the window. The internal space becomes bright, warm, and full of life. And it's in these days that you'll start to surprise yourself. Deeper sleep. Waking up feeling feather light, a comfortable gut, a clear head, and more flexible steps than before. All these feelings are like a freshly cleaned house when the doors are opened. The sunlight streams in, and the cool breeze rushes in, making everything bright and full of vigor. Enjoy this new energy, it's the reward for your commitment. 3. Maintaining the body's house, the 80-20ths rule. Having completed the full 21 days, your body has journeyed from cramped and dark to fresh and airy. And the wonderful thing is, this revival didn't require expensive supplements or extravagant methods, but simply reducing the harmful keeping the healthy and letting the body run its course correctly. However, the 21-day clean only resets the body. If we revert to old habits, eating indiscriminately, staying up late chronically, dust will quickly accumulate again. Just like a house after a thorough cleaning. If you don't maintain it, it'll be messy again in just a few weeks. Therefore, it's equally important to know how to keep the body's house bright every day. A simple rule you can apply is 80/20. 80%, 5 days, dedicate 5 days of the week to clean eating, lots of vegetables, fish, whole grains, and low fat. 20%, 2 days, for the remaining 2 days. You can relax a bit, enjoying what you like, as long as it's not too excessive. This approach helps the body maintain cleanliness while providing comfort, without feeling restrictive. 4 golden habits to keep sustainable. Sleep early and sufficiently. Going to bed before 10 p.m. gives the liver and kidneys time to clean the body. Good sleep is the key to health. Drink enough water daily. Treat water as a stream washing away dust, keeping the body's plumbing smooth. Regular movement. Just a slow walk of 20 to 30 minutes or a few stretching exercises helps blood and energy flow, preventing junk from stagnating. Maintain peace of mind. A smile, a chat with friends, or time playing with grandchildren is how you open the window to let the light stream in, driving away the dark clouds of worry. When you treat health maintenance like keeping your house clean, your body will never fall into a state of stuffiness and clutter again. Instead, every day you wake up will be a fresh, pleasant one, with a clear mind and abundant energy. Make these habits non-negotiable. They are your daily renewal. Part 2: 21 Days to Renew the Liver. Dear friends, health is not a random gift of nature, but the result of daily care. In order to maintain a clean body house after 21 days, choosing the source of food is of utmost importance. Among them, chicken is a common food but also hides many questionable things, especially regarding the liver, the great filter. The liver is the body's processing plant. Day and night, it shoulders the burden of alcohol, sugar, fat, medication, and environmental chemicals. When overloaded, the liver weakens, leading to chronic fatigue, digestive disorders, insomnia, dark skin, and even fatty liver. If the liver were a water filter, the filter cartridge would be dirty. The more it filters, the murkier the water, and the whole system risks failure. So, what would happen if we gave the liver 21 days of rest and renewal? Would the skin brighten, sleep deepen, and spirit become clearer? Let's explore the 3-week journey to revive this silent filter. Week 1. Sweeping away the biggest burdens. In the 3 weeks of liver revival, the first week is when we sweep away the biggest burdens. In reality, the liver is like a sophisticated filter cartridge. Just a little too much fat, alcohol, or medication, and that filter membrane becomes thick with excess fat and toxins. The medical issue, medically, this is called fatty liver and toxic overload. The reason the liver loses the strength to filter blood and can't produce enough bile to digest, leading to fatigue, poor digestion, and dull skin. The goal, in the first week. The most important goal is not to supplement but to cut the load. Limit alcohol, fried foods, fatty red meat, and sweets. The routine: an early dinner, a small bowl of rice with greens and steamed fish, gives the liver time to rest before it starts its night shift, as the liver works hardest to filter toxins from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. The good sign: you might feel a bit sluggish for the first few days. But don't worry, that's a sign the liver is beginning to stir, and long accumulated dirt is being dislodged. This early fatigue is the price of renewal. Week 2. Scrubbing the liver, cell regeneration. After easing the liver's burden in the first week, week 2 is when we help the liver scrub itself from the inside, giving liver cells a chance to recover. Medically, This is the stage when the liver begins to regenerate. The liver has a miraculous ability to self-recover, as long as about 30% of healthy liver tissue remains. It can still regrow and function almost normally. Detox foods. Increase fresh fruits and vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, spinach, contain sulforaphane and chlorophyll. Natural cleansers that help the liver boost detox enzymes. Elimination support. Fruits like grapefruit, orange, and apple are rich in vitamin C and flavonoids, helping the liver break down water-soluble toxins for elimination through bile and urine. Sleep is critical. Sleep this week is even more important. When you sleep early, the body switches to repair mode, and the liver increases glutathione production, a powerful antioxidant that neutralizes toxins. By sleeping late, you miss this precious night shift. If you persist this week, you'll find yourself sleeping more easily, digesting smoothly, with less dull skin, and a much lighter spirit. That's when the liver is gradually recovering. Like a house after every corner has been scrubbed, brighter, cleaner, and easier to breathe in. Don't underestimate the power of sleep for liver repair. Week 3. Reorganizing and welcoming the light, total revival. After the liver has been swept and scrubbed, week 3 is the stage of restoring order and helping the liver fully revive. Medically, this is when healthy liver cells regenerate more strongly, enzyme systems work smoothly, and bile production, crucial for fat digestion, begins to stabilize. This is the week to throw open the windows and welcome new light into the liver's house. The simple diet. Maintain simplicity and clean eating. Focus on dark leafy greens, whole grains, fresh fish, tofu, and a little turmeric, garlic, or ginger. These foods are researched to enhance liver function, fight inflammation, and stimulate detox enzymes. Stress reduction. Stress reduction habits are decisive this week. Stress increases the hormone cortisone, causing blood sugar disorders and chronic inflammation. Just 10 to 15 minutes of still sitting, deep breathing, or light meditation daily helps the liver reduce pressure. The benefits in week 3 are usually very noticeable: deeper sleep, waking up feeling feather light, a comfortable gut, and a clear mind. Many people notice brighter and more even skin tone because the blood has been filtered, and toxins are no longer pushed out. That's proof the liver, the silent filter, has been revived. And when you complete the full 21 days, you'll feel like you've opened a clean, fresh house, full of sun and wind. The difference is not just a lighter body, but the confidence that we can fully take charge of our health just by listening to and taking care of our liver every day. You have the power to heal yourself. Part 3. Chicken, superfood or silent hazard? Dear friends, after the 21-day journey of detoxifying the body, choosing the source of food is of utmost importance to keep the body's house clean. Among them, chicken is a common food but also hides many questionable things. Every day, hundreds of millions of people worldwide eat chicken. Chicken is considered wholesome, easily digestible, and good for weight loss, children, and the elderly. But did you know there are chickens that take only 40 days to go from 40 grams to a 2.5 kilograms monster on your dinner plate? What lies behind that speed? It's antibiotics, growth hormones, and residues that your body has to bear after every meal. 1. Nutritional comparison: chicken versus pork and beef. When considering nutritional value, chicken always holds a special place. It's not just popular, it's genuinely more compatible with the human body than any other meat. Chicken contains about 20% protein, an impressive figure compared to beef's 18% and pork's 13%. Not only is the content high, but the type of protein, amino acid, in chicken has a ratio very similar to the human body. This is why nutrient absorption from chicken is also higher, placing less burden on the digestive system. Regarding fat, the factor many people worry about, chicken again shows an advantage. The fat content in chicken is only about 7%, while beef is 13%, and conventional pork can be up to 30 to 40%. The fat in chicken is mainly unsaturated fat, the type recommended to protect the heart and brain. Conversely, beef and pork fat contain more saturated fat. When accumulated excessively, it can increase bad cholesterol, causing arteriosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, and raising the risk of stroke. Furthermore, fat in chicken mostly concentrates in the skin, allowing eaters to easily control fat intake simply by removing the skin. Therefore, chicken is especially suitable for people on a diet, the elderly, those with heart disease or diabetes, or anyone pursuing a healthy weight loss regimen. In today's health-conscious world, chicken is not just a choice, it's the smart choice. 2. Industrial chicken, the worry of antibiotics and hormones. A chicken going from 40 grams to 2.5 kilograms in just 40 days is beyond biological limits. To achieve this speed, farmers are forced to use antibiotics and growth hormones. It's now part of the industrial process of raising poultry. In Vietnam, antibiotic residue control isn't always stringent. For profit, many farms simply use excessive antibiotics and feed to prevent all diseases. This leads to antibiotic residue levels exceeding safety limits, and the consumers pay the price. The irony is that industrial chicken is 10 to 20 times cheaper than free-range chicken. This massive difference leads some to fake the free-range feel by making industrial chickens run around before selling them to reduce fat, or marinating them to mimic the free-range taste. But the nature hasn't changed, it's still industrial chicken. The takeaway: it's important to note that not all industrial chicken is bad. Nor is all free-range chicken clean. Any chicken can be a good food if raised correctly and according to the proper procedure. Otherwise, no matter the label, it can be a health hazard. 3. Free-range chicken. Nutrient-rich but easily contaminated. Free-range chickens are omnivores. They eat almost everything they see: corn, potatoes, leaves, insects, worms, trash, and even foam containers. This varied diet makes the meat extremely rich in nutrients. The paradox is that raising chickens naturally makes them more vulnerable to contamination if the environment isn't clean. If a chicken lives near pigsties, cowsheds, drainage ditches, or open-air toilets, it can eat parasitic worms from the feces. When slaughtered, many are shocked to see their intestines full of white, tightly packed parasitic worms. Free-range does not mean clean. Free-range in an organic garden is one thing, free-range next to a cesspool is another. The final word, the crucial thing is not the breed, but where and how it's raised. A truly clean chicken must live in a clean environment, with dry coops, uncontaminated soil, clean feed, and clean water. Demand transparency from your food sources. 4. Parts of the chicken you must never eat. The most dangerous part at the top of the list is the chicken butt, or tail. It's not just where fat accumulates. It's where the lymphatic system concentrates the most. This area acts like a checkpoint inside the body, where all invading criminals, from bacteria, viruses, chemicals, to strange cells, are temporarily held. Whenever the chicken's body detects a toxin or damaged cell, the lymphatic system gathers it all up. Don't eat this filter. I've crafted the translation and rewrite following all your instructions, aiming for a personal, experienced tone that focuses on grabbing attention, engaging emotion, and driving action. Do you have any further instructions or need assistance with another part?